Hello, so this week we're going to talk about cream eyeshadow, and I'm excited because I hear from so many of you. I know I've done lots of eyeshadow tutorials in the past, but I still hear from so many of you that you just can't get to grips with eyeshadow, and I'm really excited to be able to show you cream eyeshadows because they are the easiest way to wear eyeshadow in the world. It's so straightforward. You'd have to really struggle to go wrong. But at the same time, they're really effective and they look really great, kind of really fashionable and so on. So I think they're a really good thing to pick up. The other joy of a cream eyeshadow is you only need to wear one colour, which simplifies things further and also is a really strong look. So cream eyeshadows generally come in pots. Sometimes they come in compacts like these. Sometimes they come in stick form like this, which are really good for like throwing in your handbag and kind of touching up during the day. And occasionally they come in tubes too, which are a little bit trickier. But by and large, they come in these sorts of little glass pots, which work really well. They're not too big, not too heavy, and they're quite easy to use and apply. Now, the joy of a cream eyeshadow is that you don't need brushes. So you don't need to lug brushes around with you. You don't need to be great at your brush work. You just use your ring finger and your little finger to clean up any mistakes, which is brilliant, especially if you're a novice or if time is tight in the mornings or if you don't have much space in your bag and so on. So most of them come like this. And with cream eyeshadow, the thing to remember is really you only ever want to be wearing one colour of cream eyeshadow. If you want to wear more than one colour eyeshadow, you are better off having combining cream with powder. So for example, if you wanted to wear, say, ivory and navy, you're best off having an ivory cream base and a navy powder base, or vice versa, and a navy powder over the top, or vice versa. If you start blending together two or more colours of cream eyeshadow, they will all just blend in together, and almost like children mixing paints together, you'll just end up with that sort of colourless sludge. So you really need to pick one colour alone. So that's a really great opportunity to choose quite a strong colour. So this turquoise one here from Maybelline is brilliant. This new range by Maybelline, Colour 24 Hour Tattoo, is so good, so cheap. I featured them in the column. I think they're great. Come in loads of different colours. They're excellent. Chanel cream eyeshadows are wonderful. I've banged on about those in previous columns. You're probably already aware of them. Bobbi Brown has just done a range of long-lasting cream eyeshadows, which is great because the problem with cream eyeshadows is that sometimes they don't stick around. However, if staying power is very important to you, I recommend you opt for a mousse cream eyeshadow rather than a regular kind of greasy cream. So this NARS one, which I absolutely love, is your classic cream eyeshadow. This one by Tom Ford, which I'm going to demonstrate for you in a second, it's a mousse eyeshadow. And mousse eyeshadows, because they have more water content and less oil content, they tend to stick around on your skin for a lot longer. Much as I would never advocate you don't take off your makeup, I'm afraid I know from experience that you can have a night out wearing this Tom Ford mousse one, and you could hypothetically fall asleep in your makeup, and you could hypothetically wake up in the morning to find out it was still perfect. Not that I'm advocating that. So I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how to use them. It's going to be a short demonstration because they're so easy. There really isn't a lot to show you. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I'm going to show you my favourite one at the moment, which is the Tom Ford mousse eyeshadow in platinum. I've worn this so much recently, and the brilliance of it is you can just bung it on the train. It's really effective. And what I also really love about it, which is common in cream eyeshadows, is it has a sort of pearlescence and iridescence, which means that you can get away with just putting one colour on, but as you're moving around and the light's reflecting, it has more of a depth of field than a sort of flat colour. And it sort of mimics the appearance of lots of powder shadows blended together, which makes it, you get a lot of bang for your buck. You know, it looks as though you've made a lot of effort when you really haven't. It looks more complex than it is. So I'm going to show you with that one, and also I want to show you a pot one because that's mostly how they come. So in general, when I'm wearing this one, I start with just a completely nude eye, no base colour, no nothing. And I just dab a little of the cream dab off some using the side of my thumb as a palette. And it's so easy, literally take your ring finger, always use your ring finger because it's dainty enough to get into the nooks and crannies, and also it's your weakest finger, which means you're not going to drag the skin. It hasn't got much strength in it at all. So pat it onto the lids in a half circle. And you want to go, I've said this to you before, you want to go beyond the crease of your eye. And the reason you want to do that is when your eyes are open, you'll still see the colour. If you stop at the line, the moment your eyes open, the colour disappears. And then just get a little more from your palette, i.e. your hand, and just keep patting it over. And you want to kind of stop here, so you've still got your brow bone without colour. And the brilliance of using your fingers is the rest of your fingers are clean, so you can use your other fingers to get rid of any mistakes. If at any point you want more colour, just dab on another layer and make the colour buildable. You can stop at one layer, you could do 3 layers for a really kind of powerful colour, a more dense finish. And you can constantly kind of smooth and round with your fingers. I mean, it's brilliant. And just constantly clean up any mess or any mistakes with a clean finger. So I'll do the other eye for you. Using the side of your hand as a palette, same again, ring finger. Try to always dab rather than wipe, because if you wipe, what you'll do is sort of just cause the shadow to migrate across your face. It tends to just kind of sort of go on its travels if you do it like that. If you dab, you're going to keep the shadow exactly where you want it. And you're done. Now, at this point in the game, you can literally just whack on your mascara and you're ready. If you like wearing eyeliner and you're used to wearing eyeliner, pop it on now. I love a bit of eyeliner, so I am going to put some on now, but this is by no means essential. If you just want to have that kind of wash of colour, that's fine, especially in the summer. You know, you don't want anything too heavy. But I do like my liner, and also I want to show you what to do if you want to pop some on. So get your pencil and just literally do your liner over the top. Now, just as I said before, that you always want to mix creams with powders, that cream on cream doesn't work. Ditto in terms of eyeliner. So if you're used to using a cream pencil as your eyeliner, you need to skip it here. You need to use a powdery pencil, or a waxy pencil's fine too, but just not one of those very soft creamy ones, because you'll just find it doesn't deposit the colour properly. You can also take your liner right underneath if you like. As I've shown you in the eyeliner video I did ages ago, just refer back to that one if you want to know how to take the liner all the way around. Or if you like, you can take some of the cream shadow, if you want, on a brush and just sort of smudge it a little bit underneath to give you a little bit more depth. But again, it's really what you feel comfortable with. If you really want a very subtle look, just do the shadow. If you want to up the ante a bit, do what I'm doing here and put some shadow underneath. And if you want a really defined evening-y look, take your liner all the way around. Just going to pop some mascara on. Okay, so that's my cream shadow and my mascara on, and a little bit of liner. As I say, you can skip the liner stage and just go for the cream shadow, because I really do think on its own it's a lovely kind of fresh summer look and perfect if you're not very confident with eyeshadow. Ditto, when I'm wearing cream eyeshadow, I do tend to skip doing my brows. I haven't done my brows here, and you'll not often hear me say that, but I do think there's something quite nice with the cream eyeshadow to have a sort of lightness of touch, not too much colour on the brows, not too much colour elsewhere, just because it's sort of quite a fresh look rather than a dramatic look. But obviously each to their own, and by all means fill in your brows if you feel like it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video and the column, and my favourite 6 are chosen there. I absolutely love them all. They're mainly here actually. I really enjoyed this column because I really do think if you buy only one thing this spring and summer, do get a cream eyeshadow. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'll try to answer your questions. Thanks, bye.